Good evening. Life does not happen to us, it happens from us. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. National donations campaign in support of quake-hit people in Syria and Turkey launched. Labour Minister highlighted efforts to employ Bahrainis. First batch of Saudi airlift arrived at Adana Airport, Turkey. Riyadh public transport buses to start operation next month. US to resume domestic visa revalidation on pilot basis for H1B visa holders. News in detail. National donations campaign in support of quake-hit people in Syria and Turkey launched. His Majesty the King's representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, called upon the people of Bahrain interested to take part in the national donations campaign led by the Royal Humanitarian Foundation in support of quake-hit people in Syria and Turkey. His Majesty the King had issued directives to provide urgent humanitarian relief aid for Turkey and Syria following the devastating earthquake which left thousands of dead people and caused massive destruction. The campaign includes opening the door for donations, sending first aid shipments, and launching the national fundraiser campaign in cooperation with the Bahrain TV. Donations can be sent through the bank account name Royal Humanitarian Foundation RHF, IBAN account BH33 ALSA 00002120100101, bank name Al Salam Bank. Donations can also be done through the benefit number 38801099 or the website of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation www.rhf.government.bh. Enquiries can be made by calling the phone numbers 17313638 or 17313622 or 17313633 or 17313642. Real Estate Regulatory Authority Chief Executive opened Bahrain Real Estate Investment Exhibition 2023 under the patronage of President of the Survey and Land Registration Bureau, Sheikh Salman bin Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Board Chairman of the Real Estate Regulatory Authority, Chief Executive of Real Estate Regulatory Authority, Sheikh Mohammed bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, opened today Bahrain Real Estate Investment Exhibition 2023. The exhibition, being held at the Bahrain City Central Mall until February 11th, brings together major properties development companies in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Real Estate Regulatory Authority Chief Executive affirmed the great support accorded to the great real estate sector to boost its role in achieving the goals of the comprehensive development march led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. He praised the continuous follow-up of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, on the implementation of strategic plans to develop the sector. Bahrain's youth commitment to advanced dialogue and cyber security solutions hailed. The Youth Forum between Bahrain and the European Union concluded with the participation of more than 30 young people from different European countries in the Belgian capital, Brussels. While addressing the forum, Director of Enhanced EU-GCC Political Dialogue, Cooperation and Outreach, Mary Jo, extended condolences to the passing of the Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence, Dr. Sheikh Khalid bin Khalifa Al Khalifa, who was the founder of the Joint Youth Labour Committee initiative between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the European Union. The holding of the forum was among the recommendations of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the European Union Conference on Freedom of Religion and Belief held last year. The aim is to enhance the overall relationship between the European Union and the GCC countries and strengthen mutual understanding between EU and GCC citizens through public diplomacy and outreach activities. The extensive discussions at the forum in Brussels focused on ways to reach solutions to confront cyber terrorism and confront its propagation. Labour Minister highlighted efforts to employ Bahrainis. Labour Minister and Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Labour Market Regulatory Authority, Jamil bin Muhammad Ali Humaidan, met the Secretary General of the General Federation of Bahrain Trade Unions, Abdul Qadir Abdul Karim Al Shahabi, in the presence of Deputy Secretary General Hassan Abdullah Al Halwachi. The Labour Ministry's main initiative to enhance protection in the private sector, as well as efforts to support the stability and growth of the labour market, were reviewed. Humaidan affirmed the Labour Ministry's keenness to increase coordination meetings among the three production parties. He also highlighted the Ministry's initiatives to employ Bahrainis in private companies and institutions and ensure their stability. The two sides also discussed topics related to improving the productive work environment in private sector establishments, in addition to develop trade union work mechanisms, guaranteeing workers' rights and developing them professionally in various productive sectors. BDF unit celebrated 55th anniversary of its establishment. Bahrain Defence Force unit celebrated the 55th anniversary of the establishment of the BDF, which falls on February 5th of each year. The celebrations included honoring distinguished BDF personnel with medals of appreciation for military service, long service medals, and efficiency medals. LMRA conducted inspection campaigns in capital, Muharraq, and northern governorates. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority and the Ministry of Interior continue joint efforts to intensify inspection campaigns against illegal practices in the labour market. In order to preserve a competitive, fair and stable labour market, LMRA conducted 3 joint inspection campaigns. The first was in the Northern Governorate in coordination with the Nationality, Passports and Residence Affairs and the Governorate's respective Police Directorate. The other campaign was undertaken in the Capital Governorate in coordination with the Sentence Enforcement Directorate and the General Directorate of Crime Detection and Forensic Evidence of the Ministry of Interior. LMRA also conducted a joint campaign in the Muharraq Governorate in coordination with the General Directorate of Crime Detection and Forensic Evidence of the Ministry of Interior. The campaigns resulted in reporting violations related to the labour market and residency laws. The cases were referred for legal action. Now we will be back after a very short break. The 16th branch of MegaMart and MacroMart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. MegaMart and MacroMart, your favorite shopping destination.
വാട്ടിയ വാഴയിലയിൽ കുത്തരിച്ചോറും പരിപ്പും പപ്പടവും സാമ്പാറും അവിയലും തോരനുമൊക്കെയായി ഒരു പൊതിച്ചോറ് കിട്ടിയാലോ? കൊതിച്ചു നിൽക്കാതെ വരൂ മോനോ ലൗഞ്ച് ആൻഡ് റെസ്റ്റോറന്റിലേക്ക്. സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ, ചൈനീസ്, ഗ്രിൽ തുടങ്ങിയ വ്യത്യസ്ത രുചിഭേദങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആസ്വദിക്കാം ഫാമിലി ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ് റെസ്റ്റോറന്റായ മോനോയിൽ നിന്നും. കൂടാതെ പാർട്ടി ഹാൾ, പ്രൈവറ്റ് പാർക്കിംഗ്, ലൈസൻസ്, ഷീഷ, ലൈവ് മ്യൂസിക് എന്നിവയും ലഭ്യമാണ്. മോനോ ലൗഞ്ച് ആൻഡ് റെസ്റ്റോറന്റ് ആഫ്റ്റർ സിയാം ഗാരേജ്, ലുലു ഡാന മോൾ റോഡ്, ബുർഹാമ. കോൺടാക്ട് നമ്പർ 7793 4111 3363 4111.
Welcome back. First batch of Saudi airlift arrived at Adana Airport, Turkey. The first Saudi relief plane arrived at Adana Airport in Turkey today as part of the Saudi airlift dispatched by the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center. According to Saudi press agency, the plane was carrying specialized ambulance and rescue teams from several ministries and Saudi authorities and volunteer teams to participate in helping those affected by the earthquake in Syria and Turkey in implementation of the directives of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, Crown Prince and Prime Minister. This aid is within the framework of the humanitarian and relief efforts provided by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia through its humanitarian arm, the King Salman Relief Center, to support the affected and afflicted groups in various parts of the world in the multiple crises and tribulations that they are going through. UAE President and Iraqi Prime Minister discussed bilateral cooperation into latest regional and global developments. UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan today discussed with Mohammed Shia Al Sudani, Prime Minister of the Republic of Iraq, ways of enhancing bilateral relations and prospects for joint cooperation and action toward the interest of the two countries. According to Emirates news agency, the two sides reviewed areas of joint cooperation across economic, trade, investment and developmental structures, as well as opportunities to further develop them to deliver the two countries' priorities for realizing development progress and prosperity for the two countries' people. Riyadh public transport buses to start operation next month. Minister of Transport and Logistics Saleh Al Jasser announced on Wednesday that Riyadh public transport buses will start operation in March. The operation of the bus service will be part of the first phase of the King Abdulaziz public transport project. The project, which consists of trains and buses and costing $22.5 billion, is considered as the largest public transport project in the world. Addressing the Zakat Tax and Customs Conference, Al Jasser said that the Riyadh Metro will be operated in the coming months. The minister said that the international shipping lines and logistics companies are racing to do business in Saudi Arabia. He also stated that Saudi Arabia tops the index of the 25 best ports in the world. Emirates Mars mission could be extended by 2 years. The eruption of cheers after the successful Mars orbit insertion of the Hope probe resonated throughout the Arab world, and today the UAE is celebrating the completion of one Martian year since the day the Hope probe entered the Red Planet's orbit in 2021. The Hope probe successfully reached Mars orbit at 1942 on February 9, 2021. Completing one of the most complex and intricate stages of its mission. After a 483 million kilometers, 7-month journey through space, the probe is scheduled to continue its scientific mission to explore Mars until the middle of 2023, with the possibility of extending it for 2 Earth years, as per a press conference held in Dubai on Thursday. US to resume domestic visa revalidation on pilot basis for H1B visa holders, in a move that could benefit tens of thousands of foreign tech workers on H1B and L1 visas. The US is planning to resume domestic visa revalidation in certain categories on a pilot basis with the goal of scaling it up in the next few years. The pilot project, to be launched later this year, when fully implemented, would be a big relief to thousands of Indian tech professionals in the United States. Until 2004, certain categories of non-immigrant visas, particularly the H1B, could be renewed or stamped inside the US. After that, for renewal of these visas, in particular those on H1B, the foreign tech workers have to go out of the country, mostly to their own country, to get the H1B extension stamped on their passport. India reforming out of conviction, not compulsion, said Prime Minister at Investors Summit. as Prime Minister Narendra Modi invited the delegates to the Global Investors Summit 2023 in Lucknow on Friday. He said despite being the chief guest of the summit, it was his responsibility to accord the welcome as he is also an elected representative from the state. Prime Minister Modi said, adding that UP will be the state of 5 airports and is going to be linked to the seas directly. If India is the bright spot in the world, then UP is leading the growth of the country. Prime Minister Modi said, adding, India is reforming out of conviction, not out of compulsion. Raising budget 2023 for increased allocation in infrastructure, ease of doing business. Prime Minister Modi said one of the defense corridors of the country is going to come up in Uttar Pradesh. The mega event for investment in Uttar Pradesh will be held from February 10th to 12th. A total of 34 sessions will be held. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.